Everybody, it's Starrapter here, and this is another episode of This Week in Star Wars Canon. Now every week I bring you guys all the latest in the Star Wars continuity, ranging from the TV series, to the comics, to the novels, and to the video games. Now this week we had another new episode of Rebels titled Protector of Concord Down. Now I just want to give you guys a warning, if you have not watched this episode, I'm talking full spoilers here, so please make sure you go and watch that episode before you watch this. Now, Concord Dawn was the Mandalorian adventure we've been waiting for. So basically what happens is the rebels are trying to find a new hyperspace lane to get to Lothal. And they find out through the information of, I think, Sabine she finds there's this hyperspace route that goes through Mandalorian clan of the Concord Down. So they go to this system and they prepare to do a diplomatic solution, and these Mandalorians, who are led by Fenn Rau, I believe his name is, are actually ambushed by these Mandalorians, and they have these really cool fighters that are reminiscent of B-Wings in that they can kind of spin around on the axis, and the cockpit is like on a gyroscope. So I thought that was really cool. These Mandalorians really mean business. They were tearing apart the A-Wings like they were nothing. And you know how maneuverable A-Wings are. They're like the fastest fighters in Rebel fleet. So that says a lot for the skill of these Mandalorians and their ships. So basically what happens is they try to flee the Rebels because they're getting destroyed. And unfortunately, Hera actually gets shot. But she manages to get through hyperspace back to the fleet, but she's in a critical condition and needs to go to the med bay. Now this was interesting because I think this was one of the very few times, if the first time, that Rebels posed a sort of danger threat to the series for a character that may die. I actually was thinking, like, holy crap, is Hera about to bite the dust here? I was on the edge of my seat. So anyway, what happens is Sabine gets very angry and wants vengeance on Hera, so she proposes to go back in there and destroy everything. But then we have Kanan, who wants to take a more diplomatic approach, just the same way Hera did, and go in there and try to make allies with the Mandalorians, because at this point the rebels need all the help they can get to fight the Empire. So it is established that Kanan will go by himself, along with the help of Chopper, of all people, well, droids, and go try to strike a truce with these Mandalorians. Little does he know that Sabine sneaks aboard his ship. So to speed things forward, Kanan gets there and he has a discussion with Fenn Rau at the outpost. They also find out that they are kind of being supported by the Empire. So there's a little backstory that goes into this, saying that these Protectors of Concord Dawn, they're one of the many factions of Mandalorians, and they are actually part of the skilled people to go in and help train the clones. So, knowing this, Kanan actually is speaking with Fenn Rau, the leader of this clan, and it turns out that Kanan actually has a backstory with this exact individual during his time serving under Depa Billaba in the Clone Wars. And I will actually talk about this later on when I come back to Kanan number 10, which had a huge tie-in with this week's episode. So there is history between Fenn Rau and Kanan. So with that little bit of history, he's able to actually strike a bit of an agreement with Fenn Rau not to kill him right off the bat. So that was kind of neat, because then at the same time you have Sabine, who's stalking all around the flight pad, sticking these charges on the ships to destroy the ships in case things go south. Kanan can't talk these guys into helping out the rebels. They're gonna destroy all these ships and get out of there. But Sabine gets caught, and this is really interesting because it goes into her backstory, where she announces that she wants a trial by combat sort of thing. She's from House Vizsla, so if you are a Clone Wars fan, you're very familiar with House Vizsla during Season 5 of Clone Wars with Death Watch and everything. So that was really interesting, knowing that her mother's from Vizsla, because we know she was at the academy on Mandalore before she ran away and became a bounty hunter and all. So she challenges Ren Far to a duel. And I thought this was really interesting because it goes into this Western mode where they're both standing, 50 paces away, and it turns out that she actually pulls her blasters out just a fraction of a second quicker and shoots out his blasters out of his hand and wins the duel. And as an ultimatum, she just hits her detonator to destroy all the ships, and her and Kanan gotta get the heck out of there because before you know it, all the Mandalorians are firing back at them. But Kanan says we can't kill any of them because they want to use this hyperspace route to get back to Lothal. So it was really a really cool action sequence because surprisingly they actually didn't put charges on Ren Far's own ship, so he's in the meantime getting away, gonna destroy their fleet. I don't know how he was gonna destroy the entire Rebel fleet with one little fighter, but I guess we'll never know because Kanan jumps on his ship as he's departing through the atmosphere. Kanan's, hanging on there, and I thought it was really impressive that he was able to hang on that long going that high in the atmosphere. Anyway, he disables his ship, knocks out Ren Far, and jumps out onto the Phantom just at the right moment. And it turns out that they actually do agree upon being able to use the hyperspace lanes, and the Mandalorians will not tell the Empire about the Rebel activity. So all in all, I thought this was a great episode. I thought Rebels is off to a great start in this second half of Season 2. I can't wait for next week. And that's gonna do it for my Rebels discussion this week. What did you guys think of Rebels, Protector of Concord Dawn? You can comment down below in the comment box. And as I alluded to before, we also had this week the release of Kanan number 10. I thought this cover was really, really awesome, teasing us a confrontation between Grievous and Kanan. Now, in Kanan, they've had one arc already completed, and this is part of the second arc, issue number 10. So in this arc, we have Kanan. He has a flashback to when he first met Depa Billaba. So this is his adventures. The last couple issues have been his adventures going with Depa Billaba, learning the ways of the Force as her Padawan. So this leads us into this issue where they end up on Megiddo, the third battle on Megiddo, which is referenced in this last Rebels episode, which I thought really fascinating. So they go to Megiddo to destroy the Separatists, and things quickly go south. So this is a very, very action-heavy issue. It's really, really cool. I love clone troopers, probably even more than stormtroopers, I'll admit. So I love all the clone trooper action in this issue, especially Captain Styles. He's really cool, and they have Commander Gray in there. And Kanan also has a friend trooper he made. Looks like he's some sort of private, real low-ranking trooper. His name is Stance. So basically, Stance, Depa, Kanan, and Captain Styles are running along this platform, and somehow both walkways get completely destroyed. So they're sitting here on this platform, basically, with nowhere to go. And they call in for an evacuation, but it's going to take 4 minutes for the transport to get there. So basically this issue is one giant last stand as we see all these droids crawling up this platform trying to take out the four people. So it just seems like it's going to be a losing battle. Like there's no way they're getting out of this. They're surrounded on all sides by droids. And next thing you know, there's 2 minutes until the reinforcements get here, but Depa gets a transmission from a Mandalorian named who else? Ren Far. And he says, "Oh, the Skull Squadron is here to save you. We're not like the other Mandalorians. We actually are going to honor what our deal is," or something like that he was making a reference to. And so the Mandalorians in the same ships that were actually featured in that latest Rebels episode were just, they come in and they just do flybys and take out all the droids, gives them time for the transport to get them out of there. And when they land back at their fueling depot, wherever it is, it turns out that who else shows up but Grievous himself, and that is where the issue leaves off. This issue, it was okay to me. Like I said, it didn't really do anything with the plot. Like, I felt like it just kind of was one huge action piece, which, you know, it's always cool to do that, but, you know, I was hoping for more plot. So we have 2 more issues of Kanan until that series is complete. So these next 2 issues, I hope they're going to be great, and I'll be looking forward to them. So if you guys read any of the Kanan comics, please leave a comment in the section below to discuss. Also, if you enjoy this video, hit that thumbs up symbol right there, like the video. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel to stay up on everything new. You can actually check out a video over here of my unboxing of the Black Series 3 3/4 inch Ray figure. So make sure you check that out. Also, follow me on Twitter at Starrapter, and like my page on Facebook, also at Starrapter. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.